welcome to Always Analog, where we celebrate the beauty of analog technology in the digital world. So, folks, I am so late to this party, it's not even funny. I mean, I think the party's over, frankly, but I was interested when this first broke about a year ago or so, maybe a little longer now even. And I thought, I wonder. But what the question was at the time was that Papermate had changed the sharpwriter. There's no question about that. The sharpwriter, which they made for years and years, and it looked like this, now looks like this. And a fellow YouTuber who you may know, I love his videos, Adam Savage. He tests things and makes things, and he is an incredibly creative and perceptive person. This was his favorite pencil, period, that he used all the time. And when Papermate went from this to this, he got bothered by it. And I completely sympathized with him because I know over the years so many products that I used, including a lot of food products, frankly, changed. And other pencils have changed. Boy, today's Dixon Ticonderoga ain't anything like the Dixon Ticonderoga that I grew up with. Okay, not even close. And so I get it, things change. And usually they change for the worse because corporations like to make as much money as possible. That's why they exist. And they always look for ways to cheapen things and to find a way to enhance profitability on products. So I'm assuming that was the reason why it went from this to this. On the face of it, you say, okay, it's a different color. Yep, it sure is. And I don't really use these pencils anyways, not because I just like wood pencils better, and I prefer wood pencils. And I do use mechanical pencils occasionally, and when I do, I use sort of, let's call them refillable. I know these are refillable. I get that, okay. The fact is, most people don't refill these pencils. They throw them out, which is a reason I don't like these pencils, because people don't refill them. They throw them out, and it's just more and more, and we're drowning in plastic, and it's just more and more. So I'll stay off of that tangent. I just, I use like a Pentel sharp, refillable mechanical pencil, and there's some others that I like. So these pencils I'm not in the market for these pencils. But the whole idea of how things change and why they change and does interest me. So I wanted to see what the fuss was all about. So basically, we've got them side by side here, folks. I had a couple of packs of these sharpwriters. Can't remember when I got them. And then I picked up one of the new. I don't know if I don't remember what I paid for these, so they're not particularly expensive. So I don't know if there's a difference in price, but let's just look and see what we've got going on here. So you can see this is tagged as new, and you can see how the font has changed, at least in the sharpwriter kind of logo as it exists on the package. Shock absorbing tip, less lead breakage, On the old package, on the new package, it says break-proof technology, unique shock-absorbing tip. Are they talking about the same thing? I kind of think that they are. They're just saying it in a different way. Each package contains 5 0.7 millimeter, which of course refers to the diameter of the lead, mechanical pencils. You can see the color of the eraser is different, more red, more pink. The color of the barrel, obviously, and the color of the tip. These are sort of creamy yellow, and these are almost really a dark beige. Now this one, here on the side it says twist to advance. The new one on the side, it says made with pink pearl eraser. Okay. Well, of course, Papermate makes pink pearl, so what they're doing is they're cross-promoting another product. If I'm being honest, I don't think pink pearl is a very good eraser, so I don't know that that would necessarily get me more interested, but whatever. Again, here's the old one. Let's look at it. Number 2 lead with twist to advance mechanism, shock absorbing tip. Make the Papermate sharpwriter mechanical pencil the total package. Twist to advance, shock absorbing tip. Number 2 lead. Okay. Here, mechanical pencil, break-proof technology, they're talking about that shock-absorbing tip. Here they get in the pink pearl smudge-resistant eraser. Twist to advance mechanism, okay, that goes to here. This one here, and it's all the same. Made by Newell Brands. They're assembled in the USA. They're still assembled in the USA. So that's good. What else can we see? This has got a copyright date of 2019. This one's got a copyright date of 2022. Okay. So, I'm not seeing, again, from what they're promoting on the package, I'm not seeing a lot of discernible differences with the mechanism itself. I'm seeing external kind of skin deep things, like there are different colors. The barrels actually this all looks the same. The shape, the form that the barrel takes shape, but it's just the color. The barrel color is different. The eraser color is different. The tip color is different. Could it be more than that? Perhaps. We'll find out. Let me get these open. So here we are, side by side. Old version on top, new version on the bottom. They appear just by my naked eye here to be exactly the same size, the barrel, the same diameter, the same length. Again, the differences are obvious in terms of just looking at the color. The imprint appears to be the same, perhaps slightly moved over, ever so slightly. You can see it looks like the new barrel has the imprint slightly higher towards the eraser end, for whatever reason, assuming that I have these in exactly the same spot. The erasers seem to be the same size. Again, different colors. I know, if we do a side profile here, the clips appear to be the same style, the same design, the same size. The tips again, with the exception of the color, seem also to be the same size, style, design. So, I think we're looking at some physical changes in terms of the outer shell and colors, but I guess we need to write with these to see if the lead and eraser and overall function remain the same. I'm going to start with the new one, or the old one, I'm sorry. We're going to start with the old version, and I'm going to twist out some lead here. And I think what I'd like to do is, let's, just for the sake of analysis, let's put a line down let's see, this is 8.5, so 4.25 will be our halfway point. Let's put a line down the center of the page. And we will say this is the that spring action. Now that it's been a long time since I used one of these, is something that kind of bothered. I don't know that I liked. Sort of the up and down. I know it does that as a way to prevent the lead from breaking, but I find it a little bit bothersome. Sharpwriter is 2 words. Probably hear that. Not a exceptionally smooth writing pencil, the lead that is. Okay. All right, so I have something now to sort of benchmark the writing experience of the new version. That spring action makes, frankly, makes it feel kind of like it's loose, like I think something's going to fall off, like the tip. this sort of bounciness. I think I don't know that I dig that. I just, before I started, after this, I needed to advance the lead. I didn't need to do that on the old one. This lead is not the same. That, I get that, Adam Savage. It is not the same. And I think you can even see how it's not the same. And the fact that I had to advance the lead, and I think I started with about the same amount of lead exposed earlier on the new version, tells me something that my eyes are already telling me. The new graphite is softer. And it's softer, and because look how much darker it is. I mean, that's just plain to see. Let me put one more line down here. And let's start. Look at that drag. It goes all the way off the page. Well, this one has one also. I think it's less pronounced because it's a little bit lighter. One thing that Adam pointed out was the change to the eraser. And they certainly, I mean, these are different. And the new one touts it being a pink pearl. So maybe for that reason it needed to look more pink. But let's just try the eraser, the old eraser on the old graphite, and see what we got here. Okay. Now let's try the new eraser on the old graphite. Now, let's go over to the old graphite, or I'm sorry, let's go over to the new graphite and try the old eraser on the new graphite. Now let's try the new eraser on the new graphite. Well, here's what I'll say. Both the old eraser and the new eraser erase the old graphite better. That is, the old graphite was more erasable, at least with these attached erasers. The new graphite is less erasable, at least with these attached erasers. And it's less erasable because it's darker. It's more saturated. Now, I'm going to take my go-to eraser here and try and erase what's in the center. Now let's try this over here with the Pentel. Yeah. Slightly better job with a high polymer with this eraser. So, not that they would, of course, but Papermate should have put a Pentel eraser on the end of their new style sharpwriter, so that you can get that graphite off. Now, I think because Adam Savage mentioned that he used this version of the sharpwriter for like 25 or more years, of course he is completely used to it. And that, you know, when something you're so used to using for such a long time has changed, I think the differences become more stark. As somebody who doesn't really have any history with this pencil at all, if you were to just ask me, I would say I like the old color better. I like the more goldish tone than the yellow. That's just a personal preference. But I like the darker graphite much better. Honestly, I do. I like this. So, Papermate changed the look of this pencil. Anything else? Yes. The eraser and the graphite. The new eraser is a minus. The new graphite is a plus in my book. So that's my 2 cents on this whole sharpwriter rigmarole. Again, it's a mechanical pencil that I probably really won't use that often, but like anything, I'm sorry for those people who lost something that they really loved using. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And please share, like, and subscribe. And we'll come on back and do some more right here on Always Analog. Bye for now.